This is Ethan Winters. No badges, no arsenal of one liners, just a regular guy who walked into hell twice. First to bring his wife home, then to save his daughter. He fought through monsters, mutations, his own body falling apart, because family was worth every scream and every loss. And in the end, he'd do it all again. His story isn't about winning, it's about refusing to lose what matters most his family. Today, we unpack the tragedy that made him Resident Evil's most heartbreaking and greatest modern protagonist. Spoilers ahead for Biohazard and Village. If you're new, experience it first. Let's go. It starts in 2017. Ethan Winters, a regular systems engineer from LA, gets a desperate email from his wife Mia, who had been missing for 3 years and presumed dead. She's alive, begging him to come to a rundown plantation in Dalby, Louisiana. He doesn't hesitate, drives countless miles through the backcountry, and steps into that decaying baker house where everything turns bad fast. He finds Mia, but she's not herself. Infected and controlled, she attacks him with a chainsaw. His hand, gone. Blood everywhere. But he survives. His hand is stapled back on by Zoe Baker. Crude, but it works. He doesn't know it yet, but the mold's inside him, regenerating what should kill any normal man. Ethan fights through hell. Jack's chainsaw rampages, Marguerite's insect swarms, Lucas's twisted traps. Every step, every wound, he's pushing forward for one reason, to get Mia out. With Zoe's help, he gathers what he needs to craft a serum that can suppress the mold. The truth hits hard though. Evelyn is a bioweapon engineered by the Connections, and she isn't going to let go of her family easily. She infected the Bakers, turned them monstrous. Mia was her caretaker on that doom ship, and she got pulled in too. And now Ethan's contaminated. His body no longer fully human. With only one full dose of the serum left after using some to weaken Jack, Ethan has a choice to make. He can't save them both. He looks at Mia, the woman he searched for, the love he refused to let go of, and makes his choice. Their bond is worth more than anything. They escape on that boat and head towards the wrecked ship. Evelyn isn't done though. She captures Ethan, pulling him into her mold. Now it's Mia's turn. Cured and fighting back, she pushes through the horror to save him. She frees the man she loves, hands him the key to ending it all, and shoves him to safety, even as Evelyn tries to reclaim her. Ethan injects Evelyn with the toxin, fights her mutated form, and ends the nightmare for good. The mold stays, though. Ethan died in that house, crushed by Jack Baker's boot. The mold brought him back, rebuilt him cell by cell, turning him into something not quite human anymore. The mold might have brought him back, but he was held together by nothing more than sheer will and for the love of his family. Biohazard was just the beginning. The desperate husband who wouldn't quit is about to deal with his toughest reality he can imagine, not only to save his wife, but to save his newborn daughter. 3 years after Dulvey, Ethan Winters thought the nightmare was over. He and Mia had a daughter, Rose, a fresh start, and a family finally safe. But one night, Chris Redfield stormed in. He shot Mia dead. Ethan doesn't know it yet, but that was Mother Miranda disguised as Mia. Chris took Rose and ran. Ethan woke in the snow, disoriented, desperate. He eventually found himself in a mysterious village, full of lichens and a few people that worshiped somebody named Mother Miranda. That's where he met the Duke, a mysterious merchant in his wagon. Always one step ahead, the Duke offered supplies, upgrades, and crucial knowledge. He explained the village's dark secret. Mother Miranda ruled everything and had 4 powerful lords under her command, each holding a piece of Rose, split into crystal flasks. Lady D in her grand castle, Donna Beneviento in her misty dollhouse, Salvatore Moreau in the flooded reservoir, and Carl Heisenberg in his iron factory. The Duke became Ethan's quiet ally, guiding him through the horrors with cryptic wisdom and unwavering support. Ethan continued on. In the castle, he faced Lady D and her daughters, cowering and bloodthirsty. They drained him, tried to kill him, but he fought her daughters, and he fought Lady D herself to reclaim the flask. In Beneviento's house, hallucinations assaulted him. He faced possessed dolls, grotesque monsters, and in the end defeated her to reclaim another flask. In the reservoir, Moreau's grotesque form tried to drown him in acid and despair. Ethan endured and recovered the third flask. In Heisenberg's factory, machines and metal tried to crush him, but he broke free and defeated Heisenberg. Ethan confronted Miranda. She revealed the truth. Rose's mold-tainted blood was the key to resurrecting her long-lost daughter, Eva, and rips Ethan's heart out. But he rose again. Mold or not, his will refused to break. He battled Miranda in her monstrous form and defeated her. With his body failing, he held the daughter he came to save in his arms. He handed her to Chris, safe and whole. Then Ethan turned back, detonated the bomb to destroy the Megamycete, the ancient mold that fueled everything. The explosion consumed the village, and him. Ethan Winters sacrificed it all, not for glory, not for survival, but for family. For the wife he saved once, and the daughter he refused to lose. A father who put them before everything, even his own life. He did it all so Mia and Rose could finally be free. But even in death, a father's love doesn't end so easily. He still doesn't know, but years later, when Rose faces her own nightmare in the shadows of the mold, he will find a way to save his daughter one more time. The tragedy of Ethan Winters wasn't just an ending, it was a promise that kept going. 16 years after Ethan's sacrifice, it's 2037. Rose Winters lives in protective custody under the United States government. Her mold powers make her an outcast, bullied as a freak, shunned and self-loathing. She blames herself for the isolation her nature causes. Desperate to be normal, Rose is lured to a secret lab holding a surviving piece of the Megamycete. She mentally links with it, hoping to find the purifying crystal that will strip her of her powers. The link drags her into the realm of consciousness, a twisted memory world of the mold's victims. She awakens in Lady D's dungeons, hunted by face eaters and the sadistic masked dupe, who toys with duplicates of her for sport. A mysterious guardian angel, Michael, writes warnings on walls, guides her through chases and traps. He helps her collect masks for the crystal, but it's a decoy. Thrown into House Beneviento, Rose faces shrinking illusions, eerie puzzles, and taunting remnants of Evelyn, who mocks her as weak and unloved. Evelyn overpowers her, but Michael shields Rose, sacrificing himself to fling her to safety. In the village stratum, Rose realized Michael is Ethan, his consciousness fragment, preserved since the explosion, still protecting her. She confronts Miranda's archived copy, who has spent years plotting escape and revival using Rose duplicates. Rose escapes, reaches the crystal plane, and drains her powers, only to reclaim them when Miranda attacks. In the dissolving realm, father and daughter reunite. Ethan tells her he's proud, to embrace who she is. Rose wakes, clutching his ring, his final goodbye. She chooses to keep her powers, turning curse into strength from the father who never stopped saving her and never stopped loving her. Ethan Winters saved Rose one last time. His tragedy proved it. A father's love is unbreakable, even beyond death. Ethan Winters started as a regular guy. No training, no superpowers, just a husband who refused to lose his wife. In Biohazard, he walked into hell and came out molded, dead but still walking, all for Mia. In Village, he became a father who gave everything, limbs, heart, and life, so Rose could live free of the curse. But even death couldn't stop him. 16 years later, he protected and saved his daughter again, because that's who Ethan was. He's not the flashiest, he's not the soldier, not the agent with quips and gadgets. Leon flips through zombies with style, Chris punches boulders, Jill survives everything. Ada has her great one-liners. But Ethan Winters is the heart of Resident Evil, if not all of Resident Evil. The everyman dad who sacrificed himself twice so his family could have a future. In a series full of legends, Ethan Winters is one of Resident Evil's greatest protagonists. and the world's greatest family man. The greatest dad in gaming history. What do you think? Is Ethan the best Resident Evil protagonist? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching.